All right, beautiful beings. Welcome back for day 4 of Tantra for Healers. Again, I am Phoenix Rose, Tantric Healer. Hmm, I am feeling a little tender coming on today. I just had an investigator at my door. You've been following the saga that is the neighborhood drama, and the neighbors reported me, are trying to report me for working out of the home non-licensed, but I wasn't home, thankfully, but I did get the news and talk to the investigator on the phone. And my intention is to not let them take my mood because I was lit before. So happy, dancing in the streets, out on an adventure, feeling hyper, like energetically just alive in my system. Hyper was like playful and fast moving and excited. And then I got the news and I was like, wow. That is how life has been for the last couple of years. Nice, coherent flow, and then turbulence. And that sometimes is the path of the healer. It certainly is my path. It is certainly what is alive for me. Hopefully, your path is a little bit smoother than mine. I really wish that for you. So, I just wanted to note the tenderness. Today, we are going to be talking about uh, Kundalini energy and how it can be used for healing, how it can be used in our system, all of that jazz. So I'm excited to share about Kundalini with you. Right. So what is Kundalini energy? First of all, it's life force. It can feel erotic. It's aliveness. It's part of the energetic anatomy. We were talking about energetic anatomy on Monday. It's part of the energetic anatomy. It sits at the base of the spine. It travels up through the chakras to the third eye. And they say in Tantra uh, and spirituality that it is the pathway to enlightenment or to becoming an ascended being, one who has achieved the spiritualization of matter, turning density back into light. That's the process that we're in healing, turning density back into flow, to aliveness, to awareness, to being fully awake inside the body. Um, I do not take Kundalini lightly anymore. Kundalini can activate through intention. It can activate spontaneously, involuntarily. There can be light Kundalini experiences and dark ones. Kundalini is a very, very high level spiritual energy. And if we have a lot of trauma or stuckness in our system, when a lot of energy is coming into it, it hits all of those things and it can be quite tumultuous, quite painful, um, even devastating to your life at times. So I tend to tread with care with Kundalini energy. I've had multiple Kundalini awakening experiences over the years, and I just transitioned out of a 3-year Kundalini experience. It started with a Kundalini, what I call a Kundalini rupture. My Kundalini burst open, my system was not prepared for it, and I've been navigating karmic waves ever since. The good news is there's a lot more light in my system than there was a couple of years ago. The difficulty of it has been that it was challenging, super challenging. My previous Kundalini experiences prior to the last couple of years have been around 24 to 48 hours, much more brief in the experience of the Kundalini coming alive and breaking through a new zone inside my body. It's traveling from the base. The Kundalini, in order to make it all the way here, it has to clear out your chakras, your nadis. Nadis are the gateway between chakras. We haven't talked about that piece of an energetic anatomy, but they are there. And in every single one of our energy centers, again, there's stored information from this lifetime, from other lifetime, from collective trauma, and that has to get cleaned out, purified, felt, expressed in order for the Kundalini to continue on its journey upwards. So, depending on where your Kundalini is at, you might have a theme around what is presenting in your world. For example, when my Kundalini was rising to my sacral chakra, my low belly, the theme was sexuality. It was healing rape trauma and violation. It was a grueling phase of working through that energy in my life and lifetimes. So I want you to close your eyes wherever you're at. And we're just going to try and get a sense of the Kundalini energy. So bringing your awareness to the base of your spine, right between your legs at your root chakra. You can feel into the serpentine energy coiled there. And I want you to notice if you can feel where the energy rises to in your body. How high is it? Is it coiled at the base of your spine? Does it rise into the sacral? Can you feel it all the way up into your heart? Again, tuning in for that subtle experience of this particular flavor of energy. Simply noticing. There's no wrong or bad answer here. I just want you to become aware of what's going on in your specific system, if you're able to feel it. And so noticing that. Noticing what that Kundalini current inside you feels like. You know, for me, it's warm. It can be erotic. It doesn't have to be. It's just life. It's aliveness. That's a better word. Aliveness. It's a very fast vibration. But yeah, certainly when I'm working with Kundalini, I get hot. The room heats up, particularly if I'm working with a client too. The room heats up for both of us. I'm going to share a Kundalini practice with you. I love sharing it with my clients. It's just fun. Kundalini, when you're raising it together in relationship before an erotic experience, it can really amplify and turn on the experience, especially for those of you that are in the erotic blueprints. We're not talking about the erotic blueprints here, but there's one called energetic. And so working with the energy body can really accelerate the energetics turn on. Kundalini. Yeah. Why is this important for healing? It's important because it's a significant part of our energetic anatomy that we often don't pay attention to. It is life force energy in the system. It is a spiritual current of life force. It can break through blockages. It can lead to transcendental experiences. It is the pathway to enlightenment if that's what you're choosing. Some of us are just here to be human. Some of us are here to ascend, to awaken, whatever that means for you. I know what it means for me. Kundalini. Okay. I'm going to teach you a little Kundalini practice that you can do. I love doing this with a lover. Again, it really turns on the whole system. You can do it in conjunction with any chakra connection practice, attunement practice, essential channel, right? As another piece of the energetic anatomy. And this practice is super simple. It's a meditation that you can do in the morning like all the others. But again, it's going to amplify this current, and it's going to feel however it feels to you. I know how it feels to me. There are two Kundalini threads. There is the feminine thread and the masculine thread. And a lot of esoteric texts, the feminine thread of Kundalini, the yin, is represented by a black snake, a black serpent, and the masculine yang vein, it is a golden serpent, right? The feminine typically is connected to the left side of the body, the masculine in the right. As we balance our poles within, we all contain both. So what I want you to do is bring your awareness to the base of your spine again. And you can squeeze and pulse the PC muscles there, the perineum, like the lingam lift, a Kegel is this movement, right? If you've done this before. And when we do this, we just awaken this energy. And then you're going to visualize that black serpent, the feminine serpent, it rises out of the sacral, or sorry, the root chakra, and it rises up and weaves into the, let me try and show you. So we're starting down here, and the serpent rises, crosses over into the sacral, solar plexus, hearts, to the throat, and then comes to meet right above the third eye. So you just want to follow that current. Get myself back on screen. Yeah, I want you to visualize that current traveling up and through your body, really connect with that black serpentine energy weaving. Next, I want you to visualize that golden serpent on the other, coming out of the other side of the root. So coming out of the right side, it travels up and around to the sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, coming to meet that black serpent. Mouths open right above the third eye. And we'll keep visualizing that golden serpent rising, coming to meet. You can continue to squeeze and pulse the perineum, or you can simply invite the visualization. Now I want you to become aware of both of those serpent threads at the same time, so they travel opposite of each other, crossing in each chakra, coming to meet right above the third eye. And keep feeling into this current, inviting it to come alive, activate. And feel that, notice what it's like in your system. Continue to invite it to rise until it feels smooth and activated through your energy body. Noticing if, again, it's easier to flow through some places and not others. Maybe your Kundalini doesn't want to follow this journey. Noticing. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back. I would love to hear how this felt for you. You can write it in the chat, share it with me. You know, I feel more tingles in my system and my ears are buzzing a little bit. Yeah, I love this practice. It's so simple. And this is just a soft way, sorry about the noise, a soft way to raise Kundalini, very gentle. Again, it's going to work best when your chakras are open and clear. The more clear your system is, the safer it is to raise Kundalini energy. Again, I don't recommend doing a lot of Kundalini practices until you've done tons of energetic hygiene and clearing for your system so that it's open enough to allow the higher currents to move through, because otherwise you're going to be hitting that material and you may or may not be ready for that in your life. I'm never ready for the material that comes up ever. It's a lot. And there's gentle ways to begin to activate this energy. Yeah, so aliveness turned on, hot. Yeah, I always get hotter. Yeah, one side was easier than the other. Yeah, thank you for sharing these things. Yeah, just noticing how you feel, connecting back into that current if your eyes were open, becoming aware of your auric field, maybe forming it 2 feet around you in all directions, smoothing the outer circumference with your mind's eye, inviting in your central channel to the center meridian of your body, tuning in with this piece of energetic anatomy, noticing what's happening there today. Even though my life is in chaos, I feel so solid, aligned, and potent right now, which is really great after the last couple of years of Kundalini rupture. Yeah. And then just quickly become aware of your roots, your sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and your crown. Again, you can practice trying to hold all of these places and awarenesses at one time or cycle between one and then the other. I just wanted to remind you of them, really, that all these pieces are working together. Right? And this is part of Tantra, becoming more aware of these parts of ourselves. Today's segment is just going to be short and sweet, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about Tantra for relationships and how it can benefit and heal relationship dynamics. So I will see you I will see you tomorrow. And thank you for being with me in this unraveling of my life. It's a really potent time. I'm always in a potent time, and this feels particularly potent because of how incredible life is right now. And yet there's this surface layer of really deep collective pain, collective distortion happening in my life around me. But it also feels like I'm very much exactly where I need to be in my purpose. And this is why I'm here and why I'm in this neighborhood, is for this moment of potential liberation. And, I like to lead with vulnerability. I'm, I've never been the most refined leader. I lead with authenticity. We are human. Life is happening. It is intense for a lot of us. It is hard. Um, and so I like to normalize the challenge of being alive. So I will see you tomorrow. I really appreciate you being here.